Shop smart, shop S-smart.
Here we go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of New Book Who Dis. I, of course, am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me is longtime friend of the channel and fellow brother in metal, Mr. Matt Burke, or Bat Merc, if you like. What's up, buddy? How you doing, brother?
Man? I'm doing great, man. Doing a lot better now that I'm here.
Fuck yeah, dude. It has been entirely too long since we gotten a chance to fucking hang out, man. Seriously.
Too long, man.
But I mean, but yeah, you've been working, you've been doing your thing, man. Putting together a fucking monster ass indie black and white book that we're gonna talk about tonight that I am fucking excited about.
Hells yeah, man. Me too.
Fuck yeah, dude.
A little brewski cheers, man. Thanks
Yeah,
for having me
right.
on and bringing me out in such style. I appreciate
Fuck
it.
yeah. So just so everybody knows, we're both rocking the Einstock. I've got the toasted porter this evening, and he's got the wee heavy. That's fuck yeah, man. So crack this off. Haven't actually drank on one of these streams in a long time. Skål, brother.
Skål.
Yeah.
Next time we'll have
That's
horns.
the good shit.
Next time we'll have horns.
Well, I mean, I actually do have my mead horn over here in the corner. The problem with that mead horn is that it's so big, it'll literally take like the entire bottle of mead. And like I was saying backstage, got to be careful with mead.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, maybe we'll get some horn mugs. They have horn mugs now.
Feline has a set of those horn mugs.
Really?
My girl Feline. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's got a set. She's got some really awesome horns as well, but she's got a set of the horn mugs. Man,
Nice.
they're so fucking cool. You know, some of them have the VEGVVVEEE stamped into them, and
Dope.
it's wicked cool, man. Yeah. You should once we get the tavern set up, I'll have to take some pictures. She's got some really cool stuff, man. Yeah.
That's to.
Yeah, man. But so how have you been, man? What have you been up to since the last time we hung out? I think the last time we hung out was, I mean, you popped into Topicless, but
Yeah.
I think the last time we hung out, like on one of my shows, was, God, I think it was What's in the Box when I
Yeah,
opened
yeah,
up the last Butch Cleaver book, man.
Now it is at least 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think 2.5 years ago. And
Yeah.
I've been working on it because I was working on HELWÄR at that point since April. So yeah, I've been working on HELWÄR for 3 years or so. Just doing that, and I did a little recording, did the song that comes with it. Nothing too crazy. We were going to try to record more music, but we've been so busy. Me and the guitar player, and he's got a bunch of kids now, and he's moved on.
And making music, like making comics, takes a bunch of fucking time.
Yeah, and he actually had the song for a while, and I was trying to find ways to record it.
Mhm.
And so I was like, do I need to book studio time or what? And so I found another way to do it. So and it worked out. I actually recorded it on my phone. So they have new apps now.
Oh, wow. So the MP3 that everybody's getting or that everybody got when they backed within the first, day and a half, that's actually you doing the vocals, bro?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
On this phone,
like
dude,
to hear.
like that, like putting it up right there and just kind of putting it in the room and screaming into it and yelling into it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I was
That's
like,
that's awesome, dude. I love that. Love it.
Just a tester, and I thought they came out like serviceable, so
Yeah.
I just went with it, and I really had to get it done, and but yeah, I love doing it. Like ever since that first time you recorded Butch Cleaver, Roll the Bones.
Roll them bones.
Yeah, that
dude.
was the inspiration for me. Like, because you know what I mean. Like, why the fuck not?
Dude, yeah, I mean, making stuff for your own campaign. Fuck yeah, dude. I had a blast doing that fucking song for you back then, man. That's I've now that I have better recording equipment, I've been meaning to go back and like re-record because I've gotten better at singing. At least I like to think I have. I've gotten better at my growl as well. So yeah, I would love to re-record that song, but man, nothing's gonna compare to the video that Rotten made for that that song, man. Holy shit, I miss that dude.
Me
You
too,
know,
man.
I don't know what happened to him. He just fucking disappeared. But yeah, man, I had a blast doing that one. Damn, dude, we've known each other for a long time, brother.
Going on probably close to 10 years. I'm sure it's a better half of a decade. Like if we were to actually,
it is,
up, you know,
yeah.
so long ago, dude. Because I know I finished the first Butch Cleaver in 2016, like first comic. So yeah, it's close to that. So it's probably 2000.
And that song, that song we did on the that was the first Butch Cleaver campaign, right? That we did that song for.
Yeah.
So
party in the morning too, and somewhat in the morning on Rotten Glory, and then before that I was on this guy Adam AF. I think that was his name. It was so long ago. I'm like forgetting people's names and shit.
Well, I mean, the scene has changed quite a bit in the time, you know, in the in between time.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. It's. But you know what hasn't changed? The chat. The chat is always there. They're still there, and they show up for the shows. Hail to the chat. We got Pale Rider. What's up, Pale Rider? Good to see you, sir.
He's an OG. Yeah, Skull, man. He's an OG right there.
Oh yeah, Pale Rider comes and hangs out in the chat of the Happy Hour Hangout, which I do over on Feline's channel. I do. That's her show. I help guide the madness as best I can. But yeah, we have a damn good time over there, talking videos and food. And then she does trivia. It's mind-bending, hard as fuck trivia. So, yeah. But Pale Rider's a regular over there. Everything is rigged, clearly. And then we got Michael Rushbrook in the chat. Who is this?
How you doing?
This is Matt Burke. You've been on stream with him, Rush.
I think maybe on the topic list one time.
Yeah, when you popped in on topic list the other day, Rushbrook was there. He's become a regular on topic list, hanging out with us. He's good peeps.
Great artwork too.
Yeah. He's a phenomenal artist.
I think.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, he did Fiendish 2.5 for Rini. And,
nice.
He's got his own book, Phantoms and stuff like that. So let's see. We also got Haldir in the chat. Hail, sir. Good to see you.
Haldir.
Welcome. Good to see you. We got Matt Kevlar in the chat. Oh shit, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. What's up, Kevlar?
Man? Yes. Right.
Luke and Matt, where are you at? Not sure what happened. Catch y'all later. Yeah. So I will fully admit I kind of boomered the timing. We were originally going to go live at 7, and I messaged Matt and asked him if we could go a little later at 8. And then I forgot to change the time on the actual stream that I set up. So that's on me. And Jason popped in, said late. Yep. So hopefully Kevlar will check it out on the replay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was on me. I totally borked that up.
All good.
Yeah, I Feline had to check a bunch of stuff on my stream. She's my second set of eyes. She double checks to make sure I actually do shit correct. Because sometimes I get caught up doing things and I fuck things up. So, what's up, Jason? Hopefully you'll come in and hang out with us here in a little bit. And here's me realizing I set the incorrect time for the stream. Sorry, everyone. Yep. So it's on me. We got a good stuff in the chat. What's up, brother?
What's up? Good stuff.
Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming to hang out. Food stuff here. Get your food stuff. That's right. Let's see. Yo, Luke. Hi, Matt. Good to see you, sir.
Hey, what's up, man?
We also got Doc in the chat. Dr. Mass Retro Elixir. Good to see you, Doc. Welcome, sir.
He was on my show the other day.
Hell yeah, he's got that badass book, Edgar Allan Poe's Bespeckled with Blood. I love the fact that he used bespeckled in the title. That's not a word you hear all that often.
No.
Yeah. Let's see. We got my beautiful, lovely, gorgeous lady in the chat, Flying Feline, Skull Gorgeous. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for pointing out all the things I fucked up on the stream. Being my second set of eyes.
Cheers.
Yeah, she's my backup. She's my partner in crime. Let's see. This is a professional operation. Absolutely. We're clearly Clearly, the viewers were confused. That absolutely, it's all the viewers' fault. That's what you do these days, right? You blame it on the viewers, you blame it on the audience instead of taking responsibility. Am I doing this professional YouTuber thing correctly or something? I don't know. What's up, Tank Ferret? Good to see you. Good evening to all you magnificent bastards and bastards. Well, good evening to you, good sir. Thank you for joining us. I thought Michael Rushbrook is. What? No, not at all. That is a misconception. And no, Feline helped me host the beginning of Topic last time. And Rushbrook, I had reached out to Rushbrook, and she took up the call when Rushbrook missed the call. So, yeah, that's what that means. Blame it on the rain. I like the rain. The rain is nice. Tank says, I had this campaign pinned in my chat for over 6 hours last night, thanks to Haldir. Well, there you go.
Haldir.
I have proof. You have proof. Yes, you have proof of Jason not appreciating. That's okay. That's okay. But dude, it is fucking awesome to have you here on the fucking channel, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Of course, dude. Of course. We got Miss Good Stuff in the chat. What's going on, Miss G? Thank you for being here. So for those that may or may not know who you are, I'm sure most of my audience does know, but why don't you give us a little bit of background about yourself, man? Like you and I have known each other, like we were saying, for quite a while now. Since the first campaign. As a matter of fact, the first Butch Cleaver was one of the first one of the early campaigns. I believe it was Michael Odin's campaign, the Elysian Fields campaign, and yours were like a couple of the first ones that I backed.
Oh wow!
And then Vinny's Into the Woods. Yeah. Yep. Those were some of the first campaigns I backed when I started hanging out over on this side of the internet. So yeah, man, give us a little bit of background about yourself.
For sure, man. I've been a big comic book fan my whole life. Started out drawing, early on as a kid. I was drawing like Frankenstein and Batman and the Wolfman and Dracula. So I've always loved art. Did a lot of art growing up as a kid. Been into comics. My grandpa, my dad, and my uncle, they got me into the comics at a young age with art. And then once I got into high school, I kind of stepped away and started playing in the bands, and then eventually into metal bands, and then got over that, started working into the wheel, and jumped back into doing comics about 20 years ago, I'm thinking.
Nice.
And after that, I started publishing self around 2016, so about 10 years ago is when I first started publishing Butch Cleaver, which is my gothic horror western about this butcher that gets killed and he's brought back to life by a voodoo curse, and that curse gives him the power to weaponize bone on a molecular level. So I worked on that, and then started a YouTube channel somewhere around that time. Started doing reviews on books that I'd backed. I'd match it up with beers that I liked. So I would. The channel was Metal Movies and Brewskis.
Yes. So you guys may remember his original screen name handle, Metal Movies and Brewskis. Go back and watch some old streams. You'll definitely see his name pop up in the chat.
Yeah, so I've been here and there for a while, and then I started having guests on. So I, started up another show called Open the Gates. I interviewed probably maybe like 60 people or something. I'd like to get back into doing that sometime.
Hell yeah, dude.
Then I kind of backed off that for a while because of schedule limitations, and now I kind of just do live draw streams. And I've been having a lot of fun with that, and it's been helping my channel out a lot. I was always told not to do them, but for some reason it's helping me out. I don't know why.
Hey man, you got to do what works for you. And congratulations on getting over the 1,000 subscriber line.
Thanks, man.
That's good shit, man. I'm happy to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I've been doing that and more commissions, and I'm working on more books now. And then I started working on HELWÄR about 3 years ago. So that popped into my head when I was grilling some tri-tip one day and bumping probably a Monomarth and drinking some beer, making some elotes, some honey beans, and I sketched out 3 sketches. It was HELWÄR on his.
That's how it always starts.
Yeah, and then the Helbinger, and then I just kind of let that thing stew for a few years, and then slowly I started getting ideas, and then the story started forming, and then got it bigger, then smaller, then bigger, then smaller, and then rendering, grading, and excavating the book and the character and whatnot, and that's pretty much where I'm at right now. And now I'm working on 2 books, and then promoting this and editing Butch Cleaver. After I'm working on that with Brian Christgau. He's the editor, so
fuck yeah.
That. So the book is done. It's 106 pages. It's all black and white. But
good choice on editor, by the way. Brian's good peeps, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows story, and he's a fellow metalhead.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
he's a fellow. As a matter of fact, I believe I was on a stream with him when we were talking music at one point. That was a long time ago, but miss Brian. Haven't seen Brian in a long time.
Yeah,
I know that he had to move, and he's had a bit of difficulties as well. So, if you can help support Brian, do. He's good peeps. You know, loves comics, loves story. You know,
yeah,
he's one of the. Good Stuff says, I have Butch Cleaver with Luke's card.
Nice.
So fun fact about that. That card that I did for you was one of the early bits of it's one of my first published works.
Nice.
In doing stuff for this scene.
Yeah.
Was that card, and I actually still have a little stack of the cards that you sent me back in the day. I take them with me to conventions, and I'll give them out like with my sketchbook.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah, so I have this Character Chaos Volume 1, and it's a bunch of commissions and stuff that I've done. Comes signed and with a sticker. But yeah, so I'll give those cards out with this, just just as a little tchotchke. I have a second volume planned with all of my indie stuff, and that Butch Cleaver piece is actually in the second sketchbook.
Nice.
So I will definitely be giving those cards out with that as well. But yeah, that was one of the early pieces I did for somebody in this scene, man. Thank you for asking me to do that.
Absolutely, man. It's awesome. Loved it.
Yeah, well, it was an homage to that the Desperado cover, because it was kind of a gothic western. I was like, well, shit, man, I'm gonna do that way can showcase the gun, because the gun was like a big deal with Butch. The bone gun. And so it was my homage to Desperado.
He would definitely be a good director for Butch Cleaver too.
Oh, dude, Rodriguez would totally get the vibe that you're going for.
Yeah, him or Raimi, I think would be kind of cool.
Ooh, yeah, fucking Quick and the Dead. Like one of my favorite westerns actually is The Quick and the Dead.
Yep.
I didn't realize though that was a remake. There's an old Quick and the Dead.
Oh,
did like from the 70s or something like that. I did not realize that.
I didn't know that. That's news.
Yeah.
I have to check into that.
Because I was looking through something and I saw the title The Quick and the Dead. And I was like, oh yeah, the Sam Raimi movie. And it's like, oh no, 1970 something. And I was like, what? Wait, what? No, 90s. Apparently, Quick and the Dead was a remake. So, yo, we got Neff in the chat. What's up, Neff? Good to see you, brother. Speaking of another old school face, one of the OGs.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you up and around and hanging out in chats again, sir. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Yeah.
But so why don't you give us a little background on like what inspired HELWÄR? I mean, it's kind of obvious. It wears its wears its lineage on its sleeve a little bit, but give us a little background, a little more background on where, like, what kind of things inspired this.
It was like kind of a multitude of things. I really wanted to do like a biker Viking book. Vikings are cool, and wanted to do something different, and also put metal in there. So that kind of started happening, and I came up with the 2 first characters. I was basically just designing a bunch of different characters from the Nordic pantheon,
Yeah.
And I didn't want to use Thor because he had been kind of used a lot and just kind of overdone.
Well, I mean, everybody uses Thor.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I love Thor. I got my Mjolnir right here, so I love Thor. But yeah, he's very well known and he's kind of overused. Like a song on the radio, kind of overplayed.
Yeah, they kind of overplayed just a little much, but he's in there for sure. Like I draw him like little speck of him. He's flying up against
Jormungandr.
And my Jormungandr, he has I made him look like a cobra, but you'll see that later on in the book. And that was like another thing, like they have to look different. You know what I mean?
Right. So gotta put your own stamp on it.
Yeah, everything's kind of I gotta stay clear of Kirby and Simonson. Simon came in later on and did his Ragnarok, and that was a big influence on this book too.
Such a good book. When I was working at the comic shop, that was one of the regular things that was on my pull list.
It's my favorite.
Really, yeah.
And like, I haven't even read his store run. I've never even touched his store run. People are like,
really?
Oh!
I mean, I've read bits and pieces of it. I've not read the whole thing, but yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I've never read it before, and like I can't wait to read them because everyone says that's the best Marvel comic series ever made.
Up, Oliver? Good to see you, brother. Thanks you for joining us.
So, but yeah, and like, so that was some of the influences. So, and I drew the Helbinger, and I loved the way that character looked. I drew a bunch of them, and I was just thinking, maybe I could combine HELWÄR with the Helbinger and make it kind of like a Hulk thing, and try to figure out what would happen, if you know. Then he became a blacksmith, so that's a big part of the story, And he
play that whole like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde aspect of it. Yeah.
And I could make it more of like an earthy type character, the Helbinger, kind of like part animal man, part swamp thing,
Sure.
So he does have some like animalistic traits, and he also has some, it's flora and fauna, basically, But that's something that he turns into if he doesn't meddle.
Hey, man, I get grouchy when I don't get to listen to my metal as well. So yeah, I hear you.
So and that's kind of like it's kind of like hinted at in the book a little bit, like if he doesn't, either by song, steed, or if he doesn't slay, if he doesn't, work on his steed or his bike, or if he doesn't murder with metal, then he turns into the Helbinger, and he turns into that mindless beast. So he has to always be doing something with metal. So that's part of the shtick of it. But he can literally like bring him to life if he wants to at any given moment. On his left arm, it's covered in fur, and he has these rocks kind of going up the side. And he has 4 bear claws that come out of his knuckles.
Nice.
And if he wants to, he can unshackle the belt buckles. He has 3 of them right there, and his arm will just grow into like the Helbinger arm kind of. And you'll see in the first 13 pages if you guys ever want to check it out. It's on the campaign. He gets in a fight, and he roughs a guy up. He says, "Let me give you a hand." And he rips his arm off.
Love it.
Or give me a hand. It's
So
very tongue in cheek though, very Evil Dead kind of humor.
Well, yeah, and see that's the thing, man. It definitely has that vibe, and looking at it, it's got that underground vibe. Rushbrook says that sounds metal as fuck. That's right. That's how we roll. It's how Merc rolls around here.
It's a little cringe, Like
well,
it's the trailer,
but it's tongue in cheek, man. Yeah. And we're going to take a look at the trailer here shortly. It's tongue in cheek, you're having fun with it. I mean, Heavy Metal, the magazine Heavy Metal is, the movie. I mean, it's a little tongue in cheek. It's fun, not everything has to be, why so serious?
Well, yeah, that, and it's just like heady or just like pretentious, when some books are and should be, but this one's definitely not,
Well, I mean, some books are allowed to just be fucking fun, man.
Yeah, I just want people to burn through it for 20 or 40 minutes and they'll entertain.
Right. And I saw the posts that you made about like the influences that you were pulling from, and I know that one of the influences was Lobo. I know that you're a huge Lobo fan.
Oh, for sure, Lobo. I have tons. Like, there's so many, and so like I'm doing one more like mini type essay on it, but Lobo. Yeah. The Incredible Hulk and Thor, and specifically like just Thor from different from the Pantheon, obviously from the sagas, the Eddas and the the prose and the poetic, but also I love Simonson's Ragnarok, his Thor. I love Kirby's Thor. I also I haven't read any of the Marvel Thor though, but I've read the sagas and stuff. So and that's that. It's kind of weird for me to say I don't. It's a fact. I don't.
No, man. The sagas are fun, man. It's been a long time since I've read any of them. But I mean, this is mythology from centuries past.
BC, dude, before Christ.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But like I said, one of your influences with Lobo. So I have a surprise for you, sir. I have something that I want to show you. So I was in the chat during Michael Bancroft's stream when you launched, and I got an idea, and my idea was this piece of artwork right here.
Oh shit!
So I'm sure you recognize the Lobo #1, but this is HELWÄR and the Helbinger.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Thanks, man. This is 11 by 11 on tone gray paper.
Oh, that's so fucking awesome, man.
So I'm gonna get your address after the show, and I'm gonna send this to you. But I did it in a square format, so it's the same size, so it's the same proportions as a record.
Dude, that's so sick, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I got this idea, and I was like, all right, I have to get this ready for the stream on Monday. I finished it up today before the stream. So
it's fucking sick, dude. Thank you so much, man.
You are very welcome, sir. I mean, I got to do some fan art for the this metal ass book, and one of the early pieces of work I did for a campaign was for Butch Cleaver. So I mean, I'm
waiting for Kronos, man, so I can get in there.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's coming. He's coming. I'm working on that shit now. And let's see. I actually just scanned this in, so let me go ahead and share this so people can see it a little bit better.
I love that.
This is
what's cool about that shit is too. What I love about it, the homage, but then also the Helbinger. He doesn't have a mandible,
Yeah.
So it works fucking perfect with it,
dude. I was using the Kickstarter campaign and the the Preston cover. I was using your artwork and Preston's cover to try to put this together so I could figure out what he looked like. And so I can zoom in a little bit here, but yeah, this is on tone gray paper.
Oh, that's sick, dude. Gotta get the specs out for that shit. Oh yeah, man. Oh, I'm speechless, man. I don't know what to say.
Well, I appreciate you, giving me a shot to do some artwork for your first campaign, man. So this is
it's gonna be in the book if that's okay with you.
Absolutely, dude, 100%. From one metal brother to another, my friend. I am happy and stoked for your success, and I am so glad to see that you're still making stuff. So
I'm trying. It's hard sometimes, though, Luke.
It is, dude. Real life gets in the way. But Skull, brother.
Why am I doing this?
Because you love it. That's why. Skull.
Skull. Skull.
Skull. You know the funny thing about Skull?
We gotta do a team up too.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Do a collab. A lot of bands I love. They have they have their homies come on. They do tracks.
Fuck yeah, dude! I'm so down.
Why don't we do that? Like someone said, why don't you and Luke do a song sometime? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do that. Like,
we absolutely will. I'm gonna get the garage cleared out so I can actually do a sing along of Doom. I haven't done one in like a year or so, but I really miss doing the sing along of Doom. Yo, what's up, Edwin? Good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming to hang out.
Oh yeah, he loves the 13th Warrior, man. That's like probably one of his top 3 favorite movies.
Fuck yeah, 13th Warrior. It's a great movie. Great movie.
Dude, I slept on it for so long. I didn't rediscover it until later on, dude. You know? I was like, "Fuck, this shit's good, dude."
It's so good. Really well done. Really well done. Thank you, Dr. Mask. Appreciate it. Oliver says, "Great piece, Luke." Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And good stuff. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man, as well. Yeah, it's fucking good to see Oliver in the chat. The funny thing is, man, it's. You come back and you do the launch stream, and then we see all these names and stuff in Bancroft's chat that we haven't seen, I haven't seen at least in a long time. It really does feel like you were saying, there's like a renaissance. I mean, I've been saying it for a little while. We're in the midst we're at the beginning of a renaissance of art and comics, music, movies, like independent stuff, because we're all kind of sick of like the slop, for lack of a better term, that's been sold to us for a while, and we're making our own shit, and that's the future, man.
Hell yeah, man.
DIY or die, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah, man. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at the campaign. This is what we're here for. Hang on, I got a thing for this. There we go. Now let me go ahead and replace guest. There we go. There you are. Okay, now you're here. All right. It's a little shuffling that needs to be done with EV mugs here, but we got it rolling now. So you're on Kickstarter. I've noticed that a lot of people are moving to Kickstarter recently, and I'm honestly happy to see it.
Yeah, I like Kickstarter. I've always been down to back books on there. I don't remember what the first book I backed on there, but for sure. Once Jones and Wagner were doing their Dracula, I got on there, you know.
Dude, that book is so beautiful.
Oh yeah, man. And so
love Kelly Jones's work, and I mean Matt Wagner is fucking Wagner, dude. He knows how to pencil a yarn, you know.
Yeah, and it's like Coca-Cola, you know, and all the others, you know, the other ones are kind of like Pepsi, so you're gonna get seen a little bit more, and that's a good thing. Unfortunately, like you want people to read your work, you know. I want people just to look at this book. I want people to love it, hate it. I want them to feel it, not meh it, you know.
Right.
So
I mean, that's
13 pages up there, so hopefully they have fun, and they got a lot of metal isms and homages in there to bands and songs in the first part. So
well, that's the roughest thing, right? Like, you know, you put something out and it's just it lands with a meh. I mean, you want people to interact with it. I mean, hopefully positively. You know, you want them want them to like it, but at the same time, you know, the worst thing that could happen is somebody just being meh about a project.
Yeah, like I don't care if they hate it, because that means they actually give a shit to.
Well, they have to actually read it in order to hate it.
It's you know, it's causing an emotion, you know.
Mm-hmm. Get a reaction.
Yeah.
But this definitely, you know, wears you know, its origins on its sleeve, and I love the fucking underground nature of it. And I mean, we had conversations. You were telling me about kind of like what you were going for with this
years ago, right?
Yes. It's true.
And then I talked to you about it, and all the metalheads in the scene. I talked to you. I talked to Sontag. I talked to Dasco.
Yeah.
And backstage. And I showed, and then I showed you the trailer, you know, because I was like, you know, this is going to be kind of cringe. It's going to be like fucking old man HELWÄR in a cave, you know. It is going to be cringy, but that's what I'm going for. And you're like, yeah, it's fucking cool, man. I don't think people are going to like think you're actually being serious and shit. And that's, you know, a little bit of cringe is fun,
dude.
And
that's
some people tell me a little bit of cringe is fun. I'm like, cool, yeah, that's fine. I'll lean into the cringe. I'm cool with that.
I mean, you can tell a story without being too serious, you know. Man, life. Don't take life so seriously. Ain't nobody get out alive. You might as well have fun while you're here, you know?
And don't be mad too much, you know? Life's too short to walk around pissed. So I have to remind myself every couple hours, you know?
Well, see, and that's the beauty of metal. It's cathartic.
Yeah, you know? And I don't have it anymore. I can just listen to. I mean, I have it to listen to, but it's you know, I miss writing, you know, and performing, I guess.
I same, dude. I miss being able to go out in the garage and, you know, take a couple of belts from my flask and just, you know, scream out the demons, man.
It's actually good for you, man.
That shit out. Yeah.
To do that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very cathartic. But I will be getting back to it. I will be moving up to South Carolina at some point.
Nice.
With my lady flying Feline, and I was like, yeah, I miss doing the sing along. She's like, well, we'll have to soundproof a room so that you can do that. So there will be more sing along of Doom in the future. I'm looking forward to that. But right now we're going to take a look at this trailer, man. I love that logo, by the way.
I've been Hell's bounty hunter for hundreds of years, and if I didn't work with metal, be it by blade, song, or steed, the Helbinger from within would take hold. After Ragnarok, throughout the 9 realms, I became known as HELWÄR. And I had but one final mission to complete, for Helnora to set me and my brother Rekbold free. This is a yarn taken from the last day of my saga, where some surprises from my past come back to haunt me. In 106 pages of inky black and white, coffee-stained photocopy, Gore shredded Viking Metal in a comic, and brought to you by way of heavy metal, record size and form. In this campaign, I'm offering physical and digital versions of the book, as well as traditional art, pages, sketch cards, and commissions. And all first day backers will receive a free sketch card of a random character from the HELWÄR universe, as well as the title track, the MP3, HELWÄR. Through hell or war, you're gonna ride with me. Beyond the ages, we want to be free from random wrong. Again we remain the matter of my nightmare. We turn from the gate through hell or war. You're gonna ride with me.
Love it. Fucking love it. Fuck yeah, dude. Love it. That's
Thank
good
you, sir.
shit, man. I love the fact that you did the vocals on that. Your vocals in that song actually kind of remind me of Suspiria. Have you ever listened to them?
No, never heard of
Dude, you need to check out Suspiria. Your vocals really do remind me of that dude.
Damn.
I'll send you a link.
You got to.
Some YouTube stuff, man. Yeah, Suspiria is a fucking badass band. I'm pretty sure they're from Sweden.
Hell yeah.
I can't remember, but yeah, I love
Dope
the fact
movie, by the way.
Yes,
The first one.
I'm guessing they took their name from it. I'm not 100% sure. They spell it differently.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, Dario, man, fucking amazing director. The Italians, man, they know how to make a good flick.
They do.
Yeah, fucking Fulci, Zombie.
Dude, and it's Conquest, bro. Have you seen Conquest? His barbarian movie? Oh my god, it's so good. It's so
really
good. Yeah, it's up there. Like it's for sword and sorcery, like barbarians.
Yeah.
I got Excalibur. I put it. Excalibur's over here. It's the shit. It's like the best Arthurian fantasy movie, Lord of the Rings and whatnot. But I'm talking sword and sorcery. Like you got Conan, and then it goes to like Beastmaster and
Beastmaster
and fucking the sword and sorcerer. But Conquest is like right in there, dude. And it's
all right. And it's Fulci. Wow, dude, Fulci doing a fucking sword and sorcery. Okay, I'm gonna have to find that one.
Fully Howard it out with a little bit of fucking Greek myth sprinkled within.
Dude, at some point we're here to talk about the book tonight, but at some point we're gonna have to talk about sword and sorcery flicks or something like that.
That's my shit now, man.
Dude, because you got Cull, the Kevin Sorbo flick back in the day, Cull the Conqueror. Obviously the Conan movies, but you remember Krull?
Yeah,
with the weird glaive thing,
Liam
man.
Neeson and shit.
Yeah,
it was fucking hard. Well, dude, that's what I'm doing on my show. Like, real 10 seconds on the Barbarian Brunch. I'm doing that on Tuesdays for like an hour. I try to pick a trash fucking Barbarian movie, and just kind of review it. I haven't done anything yet this week, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
You ever seen the Lou Ferrigno sword and sorcery movie? Like
Hercules, or I think he did.
No, it wasn't Hercules. It's a combination of sword and sorcery and post-apocalyptic.
Oh no, I haven't.
Yeah, it's like the world ended and then like things reverted back to like sword and sorcery times. It's a fucking wild flick.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I used to do a show called The Surreal Cinema for a local TV station here, and we did that film way back in the day. I can't for the life of me fucking remember what the name of it is right now, but I'll find it after we get done with the stream, and I'll send that to you so you can find it. It's a fucking trippy little flick, man. It's cool to see Lou Ferrigno in a fucking leading role.
He's got a new movie out. He's playing a hillbilly that eats people. I'll just leave it there.
That was not on my fucking bingo card.
No,
all right,
he's got a big old beard. Like what the fuck?
All right, cool. I met him at a convention one time. He was a pretty nice guy, Signed a Hulk shirt for me.
That's cool.
But, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about HELWÄR.
Keep going. No problem.
Right? Love the logo as well, man. So what made you decide to go with this unique format? Because the entire book is in the aspect ratio of a record.
I don't know what hit me sometime, but
it
felt like what I would love to have like a metal album cover,
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, maybe like some underground kind of like Scandinavian style, obviously black metal or Viking metal, and then all like with Bathory, those things kind of go over whatnot, But I was just thinking, and then comic book and 80s and 90s comics, you got like The Crow, you got Ninja Turtles, and all the outlaw books, you got like Faust and a bunch of other stuff, And all black and white, by the way, for those that don't know, all three of those books, black and white, indie, self-published comics. Continue. Yeah, and so I wanted to do that, and then I was thinking, what if I could fuck with format? I don't see any fucking square comics that I could really think of off the top of my head. I know there's some. Everything you've done, it's been done. So
like what is it, Mouse Guard? They did that might have been more of a horizontal format. I don't know if it was necessarily square. But that's the beauty of fucking indie comics. Go ahead.
And yeah, dude. And then like I think I seen Anomaly by Brian Aberlin, and I looked at his stuff from when he like how to paint like or how to color Spawn the Spawn way or whatever. But it was Frank Miller's 300. That was like the one thing I went and I bought.
Oh yeah.
Got it for $13. Got a Cinnabon. I remember I was at the mall at Book Off, and I'm just like, I fucking loved the movie, and I always wanted the book. Now I could get it. And then I bought Holy Terror, So those were 2 books that had rectangular format, but still it was inspirational, and I could get ideas. And so what you're dealing with, I know you're dealing with the worst fucking thing. Like, what are you doing? Because every page is a splash page. Every page is a splash page. Mike Barron will smack me in the fucking neck. So it's like, so you're dealing with that. So you have to have a lot of inlets, but then you're also dealing with cartoon style, like Sunday Funnies. You're dealing with Calvin and Hobbes stuff. So a lot of the fight sequences are going like that, like. And with Butch Cleaver, I was doing stuff like that anyway. It's just a little wider, so I could get like nice little juicy 9-panel grid on a square,
Yeah.
So
got plenty of space to work with. Yeah, no, I get it.
It was fun, dude. But it's like you get a little burned out, and so I would have to break off and work on other stuff. Like going like 2 years in, I'm like, I don't want to suffer on this book, so I'm going to work on some other things. That and I learned that from Butch Cleaver. Like, I don't want to get burned out on one thing, So I did that for 10 years, but that was a whole learning experience. So was this. So was breaking off from this. Every single thing that I've been doing has been a learning experience for me, Luke.
The learning never stops, man. Creating is always a learning experience, especially evolving when you're trying new shit.
Yeah. And then I didn't know how to, like, what size to format it. So I was in, I think, a topicless chat, and I hit up Shelby Robinson in the chat, and I said, hey, dude, I described it. I'm doing like I don't know how I worded it, but I might have been specific. Like, I'm making a metal album where I need to do something that's that size. Like, and he said, yeah, I get 11 by 14. So I fucking wrote that down in my notes, and then I went right from there.
Yeah.
And then I sized it to 11.8 by 11.8 because that's the way it prints. So it can't be exactly the size, but I'm hoping that if I hit a stretch goal, I can get the actual album sleeve, and I could put this in the album sleeve, dude. So that's part of the stretch goal. So that's
awesome, dude.
And I wanted it to be dirty. I wanted it to look like it was scanned in. I want you guys to see my whiteout, and they're like, "Oh, that fucker, he's just half-assing the fucking book." But it's like, nah, I'm not half-assing the book. It's like, no one's told me that.
This is intentional.
This is me just kind of being ready for that, This is what I want to do. There's like coffee stains in there, and I want to go in and I want to add some more stuff to it, I want to add some more airbrush here and there, here and there, and it's multimedia. So some of it might be, I might do a little bit of it digital, but 99.9% will be traditional. You will. I
mean, that shit always worked for Dave McKean.
Yeah, and it does, like Jason and Jason does it with Frog G. Does a great job with that. They work multimedia, but most of it will be that. The lettering will be. I would like to hand letter, but I don't know. I'd rather just do it on Clip Studio. So I'm doing that.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're working with Clip, and they got some nice airbrush on there, and they have cool they got cool like chalk. Like for Preston's cover, I did the actual runes in chalk, and I did that in black chalk on Clip Studio, and that was the first thing I've ever done on Clip Studio. So I'm like, okay, it looks fucking real. It looks like I did it with my hand, So I can, and I wanted to get like an earthy look to it. So certain things you can do that.
Oh shit! I did that wrong. Hang on. I wanted to show a close up of Preston's cover here. I just want to say, Preston, if you're listening, if you're watching on the replay, I hate you for being so goddamn good. It is just fucking obscene how talented you are. You fucking awesome fucking motherfucker. Anyway.
Yeah. And he was like, we should collab. I'd like someone to paint this or ink it. I'm like, no, those pencils are going like that, and I fucking want them.
His pencils are just so fucking beautiful. Like,
and then and he was like, we're gonna need some borders on there. That'd be a true collaboration. Then I'm like, okay, I could try to come up with something. I'm not really good with the fucking runic stuff, but I'm gonna try. And and he's like, all right, that'll work. So okay, cool. And then he's like, but another stipulation is do not cover my fucking runes. And I'm like, oh, I would never cover your runes.
Yeah.
So his runes are in there. You can decipher them. It's pretty cool.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's see.
Little something else.
I've got a rune cheat sheet that Feline got me for my birthday one year, so I have to bust that out and translate. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, I love this cover, dude.
And he looks a little different too, and that's what I want from Preston. I said, do whatever the fuck you want, and that's basically what I would like people to do. If they do the character, they can follow my lead, or Preston, you kind of unleash him, and with the character, he's been around for so long too. That's another thing, man. Like, he's got so many different iterations in the story. It's his last day of his saga, it's the last day of the job, and so he's got hundreds of years of how the fuck he could have looked, and he's definitely went through time, and even if he did,
we all change the way we look over time, right?
Yeah, and then even if he didn't, like, I like people to do their thing, with their art,
Mm-hmm.
And, so. And
I love the fact that he included the horn right here. Got to have the mead horn. Yeah.
Absolutely. So he's definitely
Rushbook says that looks really awesome.
I'm just so blessed to have him do a cover. He's in my top favorite artist of all time, and he's a homie. So
he's good peeps, man, and another fucking fellow metalhead. I mean, you saw the guitar that he made for Deathgasm too, right?
Yeah.
Good fucking God, that thing is badass.
Right? Yeah, it's so sick, dude.
Like, I honestly, I think he's one of the most underrated artists in our little scene over here. Like, I don't understand why he does. I mean, he's starting to get noticed more. I mean, doing the Soul Reaver stuff. I think it's about damn time. I'm glad that his talent is being recognized. But yeah, it's a badass cover, dude. I'm glad that you grabbed him to do a cover for you.
Totally blessed.
Fuck yeah, man. Absolutely. So this is the Helbinger right here, right?
Yeah, that's like I drew the character like 3 times. That's probably the second drawing or third drawing I did of it. It's the same exact pose, and I was just thinking, maybe I'll make a poster out of it. I kind of like it,
Yeah.
And everyone that backs the physical tier is going to get that as a poster, just like the Butch Cleaver one right here. I got it taped up so you guys can see like the quality of it. It's 11 by 17, so it'll be a big one. You remember that,
man? Right? I still have my Butch Cleaver poster.
So that'll come. It'll come. I'll find a way to put it up in there for you guys.
Heck yeah!
Package it.
So since I don't have like wall space to put posters up, I use one of these portfolios to put 11 by 17 posters and stuff. So I can go, or original artwork. This is actually this is a piece. You'll appreciate this. This is a piece that Rodney Ramos inked over Bisley for a book back in the day.
Nice.
But yeah, in this book, I got some Bill Mouse art, but it's got some Jason art in here. But yeah, there's the Butch Cleaver poster. Fuck yeah, man.
That's cool, man.
So yeah, if you guys don't have any wall space to put posters up, get one of those portfolio books. It's basically just like an art book that you can put on your table.
Yeah, right.
Let's see.
That's a great idea.
Vern Troyer, the Destroyer. I know a guy called Butch. His name is Dan. Well, there you go. Thanks for joining us, Vern. Appreciate you being here. Welcome to the show, good sir. That's awesome that you're doing a poster for the campaign. I mean, I like the tchotchkes, and I know that I was Jason. I was listening to the conversation you had with this guy right here. Rip up that Jason art; it'll be worth more. But I like it. I can't look at it if it's a torn up puzzle piece. But yeah. What was I saying? You were talking to Jason about something. Oh, the tchotchkes. I like the tchotchkes. I like the extra stuff that comes along with it.
Me too.
Like the posters, like the fucking guitar pick that I got with Lady Death campaign challenge coins. I like that stuff,
Yeah,
it's cool. I hold on to that stuff. It adds a little bit extra value to it. So I'm glad you're doing that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, this one will have a guitar pick too, a glow in the dark one, and a bumper sticker so you can slap it on there like it's a band. And it is a band. HELWÄR's a band in the book, And I wanted to kind of start this up. I showed you the flyer, like I thought that would have been kind of fun. That flyer is not in the book.
It looks like a flyer for an underground metal show. I love it.
I just made that like a couple weeks ago, and I just kind of thought it would be kind of fun to do. And I'll probably slap that up in the book. But that band does play in the book. That show happens in the book.
Yeah.
It's the one and only show in the book, and it's in like this after the first 13 pages. After the preview, guys.
A hell of a way to kick off a book, that's for sure.
And from you got the band right here. That's the only real picture you're going to see of the band and all the characters. The only one else you're going to see is a drummer and a couple other panels. Mm-hmm. But they all have different. Basically, they're from different books or books that I want to make or I do make. Like the bass player is Vogbjörn from Butch Cleaver. Butch Cleaver was going to be the singer, but I thought that was a little too on the nose. So I actually have somebody from history, or from, let's just say it's from Scandinavian history, sorta. He's a singer. Everybody knows who he is, but it's my take on him. And then it's you got Vardburn back there from Butch Cleaver. He's the bass player. And HELWÄR, I didn't want him to be the singer for some reason. I want him to be the guitar player. You know,
right?
Kind of like Eddie Van, you know.
Right, you know, the mastermind behind the whole thing, not the front guy, not the face.
Yeah, that's a big. I mean, that's part of the story a little bit without spoiling too much.
Okay,
but he's band up, and they're opening for everybody. I never wanted him to have like a big band. They're they're the runts, you know. They're opening for the bigger act. So like in there, you're gonna see the Nightlight Corps, which is like kind of like my version of the Creature Commandos.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
But they're a metal band. So imagine if like the Creature Commandos had a metal band,
right?
You know. So
dude,
they're in there, and then there's another band called Sons of Nidhogg, and they play a pretty decent role in the story, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought Nightlight Corpse looked cool. Nightlight Corps looked cool because it's corpse, you know, like the dead corpse.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, the corpse paint. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I mean, just like a corpse, like a zombie, you know.
Right.
And when you put like Marine Corps, it looks like corpse. I don't know. It just sounds stupid.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Mass says if you're able to do the sleeve, maybe include the flyer as an insert in the sleeve, like Kiss and other bands used to do.
I'll go photocopy him. Actually, that's a brilliant idea. You know what? I might even just do that anyway.
Yeah, get that. Get that authentic, that authentic photocopied, thing going on. Yeah, fuck yeah,
I'm gonna do that, man. I just can't forget it. I have to just remember, but I will do that. That's fucking free, dude. It doesn't cost me. They're like what?
Yeah,
10 you do it at the library. You know, I can do it here.
Seriously, and I mean, as far as like quality goes, the more like kind of photocopied it looks and fucked up it looks, the more authentic it feels. I mean, because that was the thing. You know, you photocopy the flyer and just hand them fuckers out.
Yeah, totally, dude. And like the book, like I got the first 13 pages, but we are editing them. You know, I might splash a couple coffee on there. I might use a fake coffee stain. I might use a real one. Mm-hmm. Either way, it's going to be dirty. You know, and that's just the way it is. It is multimedia though, so it'll be fun though. Mm-hmm. It's part of the experience. I wanted HELWÄR to I wanted HELWÄR to put the band put the comic together. You know, it's like. It's not in the story, but that's kind of like the feel I wanted, you know.
Well, that's the meta narrative of the book. You know, that's the part that reaches into our real world. Is that this is like a band flyer or band book that they put together. I mean, Gore did that back in the day. They did their own comic books, and I mean, I know that they were all black and white initially. I know they eventually got higher production values and whatnot, but DIY underground metal band that's putting together their own adventures. I think it's a cool concept, man.
It's fun.
And, yeah. Well, and it plays into the whole underground comics thing that we got going on here because, and I'm not going to belabor this point because we've all heard about, comics and this and that, but DIY, underground, indie comics, that's where the creativity is at. And this is how I felt for a long time.
Yeah, you're right.
This is where the passion is because the people that are making like Matt making this, he's doing this because he fucking loves it, and that's where the majority of people that are doing indie comics are at. They do this because they fucking love it, not because they've got some big publisher that's backing them and footing the bill for this shit.
Oh yeah, and
so
hopefully I make it.
This feels like it.
And I get funding. If I do, I get to do the record format and maybe the record. If not, I will make this a book one day. It just won't be the exact way I wanted it. I'm going to have to go back and reformat. It'll be like probably A4 or A, it's going to be magazine size for sure. Right. Savage Sword of Conan size for sure.
Yeah.
That's going to happen regardless. I'll fucking save up my tax return, like whatever the fuck. It will. It's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. But I put the song up at least so you guys get something, I don't,
Right.
I don't want it to be like, I wasted like a bunch of people's time or anything or having me on their shows. A lot of people really did a lot for me, so I just want to say thank you to you and everyone else if they're watching or if they hear about it. So I've tried to
well, brother, we appreciate you putting your heart and soul into making this thing. So skull to you.
Oh yeah, man. Like, but to be honest, man, I can't believe I got to like halfway almost already. It's fucking crazy. And Kickstarter made me.
I can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can because people are hungry for something new, something different. You're doing a different format. You're doing a different style of book. It's good shit, man. You know, people are looking for something a little different, little, you know, not in the norm, not what they've seen before. You know, people are looking for something real and authentic.
It just felt like it's a weird format. People are probably gonna be like, oh, it's a Lobo, it's a rip off of Lobo and Thor, but I'm like,
man, everything's been done before.
Take that shit, everything's like everything's been done, but like, oh, it's like this and that, and like, yeah, well, everything kind of is. Like, unfortunately, like I could kind of dig on any character and it's kind of coming from somewhere. It's fucking weird.
That's because everything's been done before, man. How you distinguish yourself is how you put your own spin on it, how you tell the tale a little differently.
Yeah.
Jason says he has one of the Gore comics from back in the day.
They're comic book characters, man. They're perfect. They're like,
oh yeah,
Dude,
the whole band started out as kind of like an art project, an art school project, and it just kind of morphed into what Gore is today. Dr. Mass says, I walked by Gore at the NYC comic show years ago. They were in full costume. Of course they were. That's how they look. They don't go anywhere without them costumes, man. Vern Troyer, the Destroyer. I feel the private pain of Techno Destructo. Thanks. Now that song's going to be stuck in my head. Techno Destructo. Techno Destructo. Yeah. It's and that actually kind of brings me back to comics and metal have kind of always had this connection. They've had they've had this connection for years. I mean,
always will.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Heavy Metal, one of the premier like comic magazines that's ever been made, took the name MEATHEAD, but Heavy Metal. They took the name Heavy Metal, and I mean, larger than life characters. How many metal bands, especially back in like the 70s and 80s, had like larger than life characters? Talking about Gore, larger than life characters. So I mean, it kind of fits. And telling stories with larger than life characters and art and music,
metal comics and rock and roll comics a lot of time they'll have they'll have an axe as a guitar,
Oh yeah,
and that's kind of like the Superman cape, you know what I mean? Like for superhero comics, they got the cape or something, In metal comics, rock and roll comics, you're gonna have a dude with like a guitar axe, and it kind of started with Gene Simmons, I guess,
Yeah, that was. I think that's usually cited as like the first appearance of the guitar axe.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kiss had comics.
They had comics. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna give him a bearded axe because that's the Viking axe because they would use the beard to put him down. So I did that, and then I gave him the actual sword, Ulfbert, the famous blacksmith from history.
Oh yeah, Ulfbert Steel.
So his name is Bert HELWÄR. So it's a little something. So he does have like an Ulfbert sword to a certain degree.
Yeah,
where he knows of them, but both the sword itself and the guitar. I'm sorry, the beard axe are guitars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that on the. If you look at the cover up here, everybody, you can see that he's got the axe guitar and also the sword guitar over here.
Yeah, that was important to me. I wanted to have them both on there just so kind of like you could see him and stuff. And that and the horns on his back. That's kind of a big thing. They're always kind of growing out and breaking off. And when you're making the book too, you have to. It's kind of a bitch too because sometimes they get in the way of the camera. And then sometimes you have to have the continuity. And like, oh fuck, I forgot the horns, or I got to put horns right here. Where am I going to put the shot? And
hashtag artist problems.
Yeah, right. Yep. But they're fun. I like them. Like there's a scene in there where he breaks the horns off and he weaponizes them. And that came to me later on in the story. I was like, oh, okay, that'd be kind of fun if he's getting his ass whooped and he just breaks them off his back and kind of uses them as like some knuckles.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Giant dog. What's the character's name? What's the dog's name?
So this is Garm from Helheim. That's the Hound of Hell, and he's in the gate, and he's they're pretty much Butch and his brother. They're done. They're free. It's time to leave. But Helnora, the goddess of hell, that's what I call her in this book. She's trying to strike up another like mission for him. They're like, fuck you, I'm done. Like I'm not leaving. The pipeline's cut off from here, baby. I'm not going.
I ain't working for you no more. Yeah, I'm done. End of watch. Shit.
And Helwär and Garm, they have like this banter back and forth, and And Wreck Bolt is his brother, and his brother, you know, he's going to set him free, and he fucking hates him, dude. He hates him because you could always hear him talking shit like a mile away because he's so big. Right. He talks like a human, so it's just like, so he's one of the kaijus in here. I guess it's a kaiju. He's a giant, you know. People like
giant monster,
giant monster, and you know, maybe they're going to have to get down right here, you know.
Hey man, you know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, right?
In this book, dude, there's a lot of action in it. You'll have 10 pages of just full on action with no dialogue in it. You know,
yeah, man.
And I put a lot of thought into the fight sequences too, like every single punch and kick, and you know, choke slam, and every single thing I really thought through, and you know, every single thing. That to me, that's one of the most important things for me in comics is fight sequences, because that's just what I'm into.
I mean, action, man. You know, you want to you gotta have some meat to chew on there. You know, it's comics are a visual medium. You got to give the eyes something to feast upon. And action is always fun to look at.
I just want to talk about
what's up, Drawn Sword Graphics?
Oh, what's up, Drawn Sword?
Yeah.
I wish I could just talk about like some of the shit that goes on in the book, you know, and kind of like, even if you don't read it, like me as a fucking idiot wants to talk about it, you know, see what you think. People think about it.
Don't go spoiling nothing now.
Yeah. Some of it, it's just so Evil Dead, like stupid, like over the top. Like what the fuck was he thinking? It's cartoony.
Yeah,
some of it's
cartoony.
I love
Evil
fun,
Dead.
You know?
Like.
Very
in
Darkness,
my old condo,
dude.
I had an Evil Dead poster. I love Evil Dead, Army of Darkness. Like
because
that's
of Army of Darkness, I would want Raimi to do this, you know, because he did that movie. I want him to do HELWÄR, you know.
Well, and see, the cool thing about Army of Darkness and Evil Dead is that it kind of threads that very narrow needle of like horror and like truly fucking disturbing, gory horror and comedy. And yeah. So I mean, that's a very narrow path to walk.
You know?
Yeah, 100%, dude. So I could see that. I could totally see that. I wish that Raimi would get back to like that style of filmmaking.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I mean, it you know, it was born out of just him making low budget films. Like he didn't have the budget, you know. So I mean, sometimes the constraints make you get creative with things.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's again, that's indie comics. It's DIY, you know. Yeah, these pages look cool, man, and I love the fact that you really took advantage of the wider format. You know, because over in Europe, the bande dessinées, the albums that they do over there, they're wider. You know, they've got more space, and sometimes looking at those, it feels like they've got more space to tell the story. They've got more breathing room.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
yeah.
I love American comics. Don't get me wrong. I grew up on American comics, but sometimes they feel a little squished, a little compressed. You know,
absolutely.
So I like the fact that you're taking advantage of the fact that you've got a wider format. And I mean, again, self-publishing, you can print it at whatever the fuck size you want. Because this is your book. You ain't got anybody telling you, no, it's not going to fit. You know, we can't do that. No.
You know,
this is your book. So, heck yeah, man.
And here he's like, I probably said it, but he's also, you know, he's in a band. He plays shows sometimes, but he's also a mechanic. And he has Volking motors, you know, and that's kind of like a play on Volvo. And there was this guy that lived around the block from me, and it was a mechanic called the Fjords of Sweden, and they only did Volvos, and it was only still the only Volvo place I know around here for like 100 miles, you know.
Oh wow!
And he lived on the corner of my street, growing up my whole life, you know. And so I he packed up and moved on, you know. But I went in there one time to get an oil change with my Plymouth van, and you know he's like, we only do Volvos, you know. I'm like, all right, dude. And he's this long, tall ass motherfucking Swede dude with long blonde hair, metalhead, you know. And but he was cool and like chill as fuck, you know. And he place packed up and went away, but I went back there and I did Google searches, and I you know, it's around the corner from my house, but I got all the shots of it, so I only have like one shot in the book, but it is his old Volvo clinic.
That's fucking rad, dude.
So that's part of the story too, you know. Like it's got a little bit of me in there, a little bit of my uncle too. My uncle was a biker. He was a biker that robbed banks by himself. He was almost into Hell's Angels, but he turned them down because he didn't want them to urinate on him for the ignition. He told me, I don't want
the initiation.
Initiation.
I wouldn't want that shit either. Fuck off.
He went to prison eventually, but back in the 70s, you could do that. You could go and fucking rob places like by yourself. They didn't have like surveillance and, you know, private security and shit. So, but yeah, you know, and he, you know, I grew up like seeing him in prison, like going and visiting him in Chino, like playing out there, they had a playground for the kids that were going to visit their relatives, you know. But he was a big comic nerd. So was my dad. So was my grandpa, and obviously,
dude,
Lobo,
my dad got me into comics as well. So that I fucking love hearing that, dude.
It's just wild, dude. You know, and then I don't know. My dad got me into metal with Striper, and From Hell to Hell with the Devil was a big. That cover is the shit, dude. And that was young though, dude. I had to have been like 4 or 5 years old listening to that. Like, and I remember going around the corner from another around the corner from my house. Around the corner from my house, there's this place. It's a church now, but they used to show movies there. Yeah, and it turned into a church, and it's huge though because it's a theater, you know.
Right.
And they would have bands playing there at the time, but they don't anymore, you know. And where I live, it's the church capital of the world. There's like 3 churches on every street. So,
wow,
weird.
Interesting. Yeah, my dad got me into comics as well. He was also a musician. He played guitar. He sang. He played bass. He played drums. Yeah, my dad was a drummer. As a matter of fact, I still have his old drum set from the 70s.
Me too. From the 70s. I got a Ludwig custom.
It's an actual mother of pearl set of pearl drums that I have with Zildjian cymbals. It's a beautiful set. I can't play drums though. But I've also got his old guitar. It's a replica Flying V. It's like candy apple red.
I got my uncle's too. His Stratocaster. He was left-handed, so they're all like left-handed guitars.
Oh wow! Okay, cool.
So it's weird. Same guy too. I'm talking about those. Yeah. All the shit. But he was a genius. I guess he had he's a smart but doing stupid shit. You know, just kind of the wrong path in life. You know what I mean?
What is it they say? Idle hands are the devil's playthings. I mean, he wasn't finding anything to stimulate him well enough, so he had to make his own fun.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I mean, you got to keep that mind busy, man. You know, and you keeping your hands busy making comics, doing good things. You know. But yeah,
sorry.
You were talking about Striper. Yeah, I grew up with that as well. Striper, Petra, all that stuff.
Yeah. I remember that tape with the dude running, like the military guy. Like little cassette tape.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, it's listening to you talk with Jason the other day. It made me think that there's a lot of similarities in our backgrounds here, man. And it's no wonder we fucking get along so fucking well,
right?
You know. But yeah, dude, I love this one right here with the curved top. This page, that's a wild looking page.
I tried not to show too much of the second half of the book. Like I said, I'll spoil like the first chapter of the book, but you guys haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
There is definitely like they do have to fight black metal elves in here. They go up against them. That's gonna happen. And the other one is it's Hollow Earth basically. Like so, I needed to do something different with my 9 realms, with my take on it. My take on it. Spoiler. I'm just gonna say it is the 9 realms. They're in Scandinavia. They're all different countries in Scandinavia.
Oh, okay.
So there is no cosmos really. I mean, there is maybe like interdimensional cosmos, but the roots of Yggdrasil are in the Hollow Earth, like Edgar Rice Burroughs' Tarzan. You know? So you go into the Hollow Earth, and Nidhogg is in there, munching on it, you know. And Yggdrasil, the top of it is gone. It was there at one point, but it's fucking gone now.
Right.
You know? Someone chopped it down or something. Maybe we'll allude to that later on in the story. And I don't even say all this in there. It's just kind of you look at it, and maybe you could kind of put it together, you know.
Yeah.
And the bones of like Jormungandr, it's in Norway, and that's a big part of the book too. So there's a town that's built within his spinal column. So if you go in there's a whole town of black metal elves that live there, and gothic elves and industrial like punk elves. They're all in that fucking town, dude. You know.
So this is actually a post Ragnarok story.
It is.
This is a post Ragnarok world. Okay.
100%. So Thor's fucking dead, dude. He's gone.
Well,
bro.
I mean, he doesn't survive Ragnarok.
Yeah, and I had to figure out like, who's still alive, and who can I make, you know, HELWÄR be possibly, you know, is he a demigod?
That's why I have my theories. And again, I don't want you to spoil things, even though Jason claims that you like to spoil things. I want to get the book, and I want to see if I can pick up on the clues, and I will probably ask you after I get the book and read it. But
the one with the picture up there, you were saying you said you liked the top. That one was in my head for a long time, and I'm happy with the picture, but it didn't come off as terrifying as I wanted it to be because I was there. Like, I know it sounds fucking cheesy, but I could see him. I was there, and you play on stage, you know, and there's a scene. His brother, that's one of his superpowers is he could learn quick like that. So HELWÄR teaches him a song. He teaches him how to play guitar. He's like this, dude. Check it, you know, like play that. And he's like, oh, like this. He plays the exact same thing. All right, let's go play. Let's go see if they'll let us jump on stage and play a little bit, you know. So they go on there, and then the fucking lights turn off, and then you see these white fucking corpse paint smiling at you with these teeth full of fucking sharp teeth, you know. And that image was always in my head for so long. And I was just thinking that would be fucking cool if I could pull it off. You know, it's scary, you know, like that moment where it's just complete utter darkness, you know. And then you see the corpse paint, only the corpse paint. His face is floating around, dude. You know, but yeah, that's it right there. And then you draw the whole picture, and then you fucking go over it with some gray tone. You know, you can't really see any of the characters or the two brothers unless you not zoom in, but look in real close. So,
right.
Yeah.
Did you do ink wash on that?
I think it's a combination of ink wash and pencil. Because sometimes instead, I'd have to go back and I'd have to pull it out. It's in the other room, but sometimes I do that, or I do both. So I'll use just straight up pencil. Like I love the way pencil looks. Going back after your inks, you know. So I'm doing that.
See, I've become a big fan of ink wash.
I love ink wash. Love it.
It's so much fun. I mean, and I showed you the piece that I did for Will's book Meathead.
Yeah,
and that final was all
one of your
like
best
ink
pieces,
wash.
dude. You know.
Thanks, sir.
You got that new HELWÄR piece now, so
yeah. Well, dude, I'm having so much damn fun.
That's the main thing, dude. You know, I'm having fun too, man. Like I have little moments where I get kind of like I get in like a little mood, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm having fun too, like doing this and doing the stupid matchups that I'm doing live, you know. Like,
yeah, dude. You did Butch Cleaver versus the Man with No String.
Yeah, I put that
was
on.
Cool, dude.
And I told him, I told Phil, I'm like, hey, dude, let's fucking, you know, let's go toe to toe, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
let's do it. You'll have some fun, you know, and we'll have them vote, and you know, whoever wins, you know. But I'm at but Butch is gonna get some licks in though, you know.
Well, see, that's the thing. You know, you had all these independent creators doing their own things, and they would occasionally do collaborations like that. That's, I mean, I realize this term has been kind of used and abused over the last few years, but community that builds a sense of community. It kind of stitches us together, you know, like we're. You know, yes, we're all competing for dollars, you know, but we're making cool shit,
but we're
and
a community too.
Yeah, we are a community, and we can hang out, we can have fun. You know, if you're making comics, and you're not having fun while making comics, you are fucking doing it wrong.
Then you're not really making comics, you know. And if you're not a community, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing. But
I'm missing out on the best part.
Yeah, I'm in a community, homie. Like we're all doing our little businesses or whatever. But usually, most of us are just taking that money and making more comics with it, or buying a beer. Well, like nothing crazy.
I love hanging out and talking to fellow comic nerds. I love talking to fucking fellow metal nerds.
Me too.
One of my favorite things about working in the comic shop was being able to talk with my fellow comic nerds about stuff. You know, we should be able to talk about this stuff and have fun. You know, it's not so serious. It's just comics. We can have fun talking about this shit, you know? Like, have fun making the art. You know, it should be fun. You should have a good time.
Right.
All right, so we got a character breakdown here of the characters.
Yeah. I figured I'd put him in there.
Wreck Bolt.
Yeah, and then Helbinger, you know, it's
Helbinger,
kind of part of it, you know.
Hell yeah, dude. Hornface. Is he opposition? I mean, obviously
he's in the first 13 pages, so he's in there, and I really love that character. I really do. But I don't want to spoil it for you guys. You guys are going to have to go read it.
Yes.
But I really love that character, man. I really do. And like,
go check out the first 13 pages so you can get an idea of where this is going.
Yeah, and it's in the 90s, and like the funny thing is like, oh, fuck, I got to set this story like up, and the first part of the book's in California. It's in the 90s.
Yeah.
It starts in Death Valley, and I think that place is metal. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a biker gang there that's Draugr, you know, the Death Valley Drogs and
Draugr.
Yeah, dude, and like they have a base out
Norse
there.
zombies.
You know? Yeah, and so he fights with them for a bit, and then you have him. He has something that Burt HELWÄR wants, you know.
Yeah,
and Burt's looking for stuff too. And if you kind of like know a little bit of Norse myth, you can kind of tell what he's looking for, you know, by the end of the book. I don't say what it is either, but if you kind of know a little bit, you know. I just didn't want to say too much, and I figured people could just say like, "Oh, you should have said more, man." But I'm like, I'll take the hit, you know. But there's some Burt's looking for something for book 2, you know, with things he's taking from from these biker gangs in the first part of the book, you know.
I mean, you gotta leave them wanting more at the end of it, right? And
Yeah.
I like stories that make me think and like maybe want to go research. You know, it's like coming across a word in a novel that you don't know, that you don't understand, and you got to go look it up, and then you're able to add that word to your vocabulary.
Yeah.
Like verisimilitude. I read the word
I don't even know what that word is.
Verisimilitude is basically what you did by using the old mechanic, the old Volvo mechanic, and different pieces from your reality, and you put that into your story. That adds verisimilitude. It adds real world feel to it. It makes it feel more real. It's that which makes your story feel real. It adds that realness to it. So that's the word verisimilitude.
Like I got a buddy that's a metalhead that's on YouTube, and I put him in the book. He's actually playing in a band in there, you know. Mm-hmm. So I try to do that, you know. Like I look for all kinds of stuff, you know.
Well, talking with you and looking at the book, seeing everything that's gone into it, this is basically this is you in a book, man. This is you on the page, you know.
A little bit,
and it's fucking cool, man. Vern Troyer, the Destroyer, fucking love that name. Your shading and amount of detail reminds me of Berserk. Very cool.
Yeah, you hear that a lot. I take that as I don't think I'm anywhere near that guy. Yeah. Like I've heard that. Like I don't know why people tell me that. It's a compliment, but I'm not.
Have you ever read Berserk?
No.
Dude,
I know Berserk. I like Fist of the North Star. I have the first Berserk book. I still have it. I've never read it, but I've always thought
the leather bound big chunkin omnibus.
The little manga, my buddy Miguel got it for me like
20
years ago. He's like, hey, 20 years ago, he's like, you got to read this. I'm like, all right. I never did.
Dude, like, I've been going through because I got the Dark Horse leather bound big chunkin omnibus of Berserk, and it really is that fucking.
No, I want those. I want those. If I had 2K, I'd buy all of them. I heard it's 2K to get them all, you know. And I like the characters that I've seen. I
bought the first one when I was working at the comic shop. I got it for like just under $50 because I got employee discount. And I didn't read it for years, but I've been going through it recently, and hot damn, dude, it is really fucking good. I mean, it's dark, it is brutal, and it's fucking gory. Like it. I mean, there's a reason why Slaughter to Prevail did an homage to the creator when he died, because it is that fucking brutal. Highly recommend.
I'm gonna have to dig that one out, and I really like Fist of the North Star, and I know that artist was really inspired by that, you know, and I really love that era because that started in that early era of manga, as well as like in Vampire Hunter D. I really like that a lot too, and I got into the anime. I was more into the anime than the manga, you know.
Yeah,
I didn't even know there was fucking manga for it. Even though I love comic books and Mad Magazine, I didn't know. I had no idea. I was introduced through anime, bro. And back then we called it Japanimation. We called it Japanimation.
Dude.
That's what we called it back then, you know.
Welcome to Sci-Fi Saturday Japanime.
Yeah, right.
That's where I got introduced to Akira and Ghost in the Shell, and they would present them with commercials. So I went to Blockbuster, by the way, Jason says Vaseline autism dysblabblism.
I did that at the.
Thank you, Jason.
When did I do that? I did that at the top of the page. If you read it, I do the. I actually type that out, so it would sound like that for fun.
So went to Blockbuster after seeing the Saturday Japanime on the Sci-Fi Channel back when it was SCIFI, not SYFY, which is, don't even get me started. That's fucking retarded. I went and rented the VHS tapes. You see, back in the day, anime used to come on these things called VHS tapes,
right?
Which was the style at the time. But yeah, that was the first time I actually got to sit down and watch like a full blown anime, and it blew me away, man.
So
and this
good.
was before I discovered cyberpunk fiction.
Yeah, and that's the way they do action, dude. And I mean,
amazing.
Anime and manga, the way they do action, I'm like, there's no way I'm not going to get fucking influenced by it, dude.
Yeah,
the way they do the speed lines and everything, you look at it, you're just like, oh, like if you're into art or anything, there's no way you will not be fucking.
There is some truly incredible stuff in manga.
Yeah, and like all the comic artists, I'm saying all, but like a majority of them fucking love that shit, dude. You know what I mean?
All the
Frank
the
Miller,
large majority of the artists that we we kind of idolized from the '90s, they pulled stuff from like Appleseed and shit like that. You know, from
yeah.
you know that was and that was when it was being imported. You know, in the late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
That the manga was influenced by Western, you know, movies and comics and TV
Rambo
shows.
and shit.
They made their own stuff, and then we were in turn influenced. I mean, it's this kind of symbiotic relationship, you know, mutually influential.
And then we fucked up.
I love it.
You know, and then they kept kind of doing a lot of the same that they've been doing. That's why kind of manga kept going over.
Well, they understood the point of telling these stories was to tell the story, be honest, and entertain the audience.
Yeah, keep going.
We seem to have forgotten.
Don't reboot it every 5 seconds, you know.
Well, I mean see, that's the thing about stories, man. I'm of the opinion that stories are supposed to have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah,
you know?
I like an ending too. Like this story right here, I put an ending on it, but there's a little hint in there. And it had to have an ending, and there had to be a little heart. Like, oh, you put that in there? Like, okay, I guess. Kind of stupid, but okay.
Hey,
but
man,
I did,
you know,
I did do that, you know. And there is an ending to it. There needs to be a finality to it, but there also needs to be a little hair of possibility, you know. And then I tried not to really like. I came up with like the main villains. For me, like a villain like has really like dictates the story, dude, you know, and then, like the 3 villains just kind of popped in my head for the first 3 books, you know, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to do the next 2 books, but they're fucking there, you know. And then after this, like I finished up, dude, and I started doing the lettering and stuff like that, and then the new story started popping in my head, and I'm like, no, dude, I'm not going to work on it, you know. But it starts popping in my head, and I have to start writing it down, dude, you know. And I'm thinking, oh, he's in Norway, it's a nautical village, it's really not a nautical theme, you know, and it's like a fishing village, and I don't know, like it's permeating in there, and then maybe he's on like I don't know, I don't want to spoil that, but
see, that's the thing about stories, man. They will continue to knock at the inside of your head until you tell those stories, and they'll drive you nuts eventually. So you got to tell those stories, you know, and that's the best reason to make a book, not because you know you're seeking fame and fortune and all that nonsense, but because you have a story that you want to tell, and it will not leave you alone. It keeps kicking around in your head, and when you go out for a walk and you see something, and it, you know, triggers this thing in your head, and it makes you think about this story that you've been thinking about that you need to tell. I mean, that's a story that needs to be told then, you know, and you have to listen to it. Otherwise it will drive you nuts.
And I got Helnora up there. I kind of wanted to make her kind of hideous, but also like kind of like, oh, she's kind of pretty.
She looks like a giant busty frost giant.
She is, yeah. And I wanted to make her like Death, but then also I wanted to make her like a big mama like Barda, like from the New Gods, you know. Like she's like 6 foot, you know, but she's, you know, I'm thinking like Bridget Nelson, but a little more thicker, you know, in some areas. And so I'm like, yeah, and then everyone's kind of done her already, so it's like and then she's got to be metal too at the same time.
Yeah,
she doesn't have that big of a role in the story. She's gonna get bigger and bigger as if the next 2 books go on, if I ever do them. So
hell yeah,
one of her guards there. She has currency in his knuckles or their coins. If you look at it, you can see her head on there. It's pretty fun.
Hang on, open image in new tab. Share this tab instead.
And he has
a little bit bigger, a little bit better of a view right there.
And she's kaiju size. She could, you know, shrink right there. She's shrinking down to his size, but she's still big. She's still taller than him, you know.
Right.
And there's a little kind of tension, like you know, maybe attraction, you know.
Little sexual tension built up.
She likes him, dude. But he's like, "Fuck you, you bitch!" Like he doesn't like her at all. He's
right.
Like, well,
that all the more reason why she would like him then, because
he's like, I fucking hate your guts. You know, he hates her. Like
he's been working for your ass for way too long.
You don't even hate her though, because he just doesn't give a fuck, because it's just been so long. Like there would be hate there, but he's just like, just don't.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Stupid. All right. Sorry.
All right. And then so you got a digital version so people can read it that are not in the US and Canada, because God knows shipping is fucking atrocious these days.
Yeah, it's horrible. First time doing a digital book, and people are picking them up, so it's pretty cool.
Excellent. Well, I mean that shows people want to at least be able to read the book.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Yep. And then the print edition comes with the poster. Is this a bookmark?
That's the bumper sticker.
Bumpers. Oh, that's the bumper sticker. And then the glow in the dark pick. Fuck yeah. Sir. And of course, the book.
Yeah.
And then we got the Preston cover, which is fucking badass, dude.
Hell yeah.
And then all covers tier. And then you're doing commissions as well. Fuck yeah.
And those will come with both books too. So
what size are the commissions going to be?
They're going to be 11 by 17, like a traditional comic.
Oh shit! Full size comic page. Hell yeah.
Just no non-safe for work and no furry shit and no prawn. Other than that, I'll do it. And if it's going to be like nudity, it's got to be like Frank Frazetta, like.
It's got to be tasteful fantasy nudity.
Exactly. Perfect. Yeah. You worded it perfectly.
Yeah, man. No, I get it. I'm right there with you, dude. I get it. You know, Frazetta drew them beautiful ladies, man.
He did, them thick ones, you know.
Yeah, well, dude, one of my favorite Frazetta pieces ever is the cat girl piece, where she's like in the jungle and she's got her arms up and she's got all the big cats walking around her.
Oh yeah.
One of my absolute favorite pieces ever.
He's such a big influence, man. Like I've said it before. Like I'll say it real quick. Like that's where I want to go. Like in the future. Like that's my goal is to be able to paint. You know, I want to paint like Frazetta and Bisley and Preston, dude. Like that's what I want to do. You know,
dude, I'm right there with you.
But I think sequential is probably always going to be in there scratching at my head. You know, but I really want to do like a one. There's something to be had in one single image. You know, and I guess
there's a lot of storytelling to be done in a single image.
Yeah, you know, and like that's why that's why cover art's really big, but then also like a painting is really big too, you know, and there's a lot of debate with that, and talking and conversations could be had with that, you know, as well. So.
I don't know, maybe I'm just delusional, but I want to do it all. You know, I want to be able to do like sequentials. And I want to be able to do like covers. I want to paint like Frazetta and fucking scream and sing and shit like that. I don't know. I want to do it all. Man.
I want to be retired like maybe in Norway on a lake or in like maybe like France or Spain or Italy, like right on the beach in a nice house, drinking some wine, painting. You know, maybe. I don't know,
dude. I honestly, I wouldn't mind being like out in the woods in Norway. That sounds beautiful. Doing
some paintings or something.
Oh yeah, just making artwork. I mean, no matter where I go, what I do, there's always going to be artwork involved. I mean, it's just this is what I love to do. I love to make artwork. You know, making stuff like this. I mean, this is what I love to do. I had so much fun working on this and like trying to get that Bisley Lobo feel, but HELWÄR. Yeah. And again, that image just kind of came to me while I was listening to you talk with Bancroft.
No shit.
So I just started working on it.
Pretty quick, dude. You did that fast.
Yeah, it only took a couple of days. I had other things that I was working on as well. But yeah, I wanted to get it done for this show, so that I could surprise you with it, man.
These black metal elves down on the bottom. What do they remind you of a little bit?
Black metal. Let's see. Hang on. Let's
look at them. Is there anything at all that they remind you of?
I mean, some of them kind of remind me of Varg Vikernes.
Okay. Yeah, that's true for sure. But there's other stuff I took inspiration from, and a little bit.
They've got very long, pointy ears, like the elves from Poison Elves.
Yep, that's it.
Hell yeah, dude!
I've never read one of those books either. I've always wanted to,
dude.
And it's just I can't. They're kind of pricey, But I've seen documentaries on it. I'm like, dude, and I've seen the artwork and I love it, And as a fucking, you're kind of like a simp if you like something and you haven't picked it up yet and you're inspired by it. But
you know what, dude?
I don't have $300 to dump on it.
No, I hear you, dude. I've got some doubles of Poison Elves. I will send you some books, dude.
It's definitely like the goblin, just the whole goblin-esque of the ears. I really wanted to lean into that too.
Well, you know where Drew got that from with the really tall, pointy ears?
Legend?
ElfQuest.
ElfQuest? Okay.
Like he's on record saying, "Oh yeah, the people always talk about how long and pointy the ears of my elves are." He's like, blame Wendy Penny and ElfQuest. That's where that came from.
For me, it was Poison Elves, and it was the goblin from the goblin
from Legend.
Legend. So the main goblin, and then Mucklebones. Because they're not really that long and pointy.
Dark and full of hate.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Master.
Yeah, dude, and like it's like Green Goblins are kind of like that too, but they're kind of not exactly like that. They're a little different, But not all these guys are like that too. So you got different sizes and shapes and stuff, but they're like the last kind of gang he kind of goes up with in the book. Not too much.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
That's that scene where he pulls his horns out and He's like,
oh yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
you guys doing? Nice to meet you. Let's you know.
There you go. You guys can see it a little bit closer now. He's like, all right, let's rumble. You know, hell yeah, dude. This book looks badass. I'm looking forward to reading this. I love the fact that you're trying something different. You're doing something that you're passionate about, which, you know, passion for making this kind of thing will always carry you through when, you know, if you were just doing it for a paycheck, you know, you might the passion will drop, you know. And it looks like you were having fun making this because the story means something to you. And as I say always, when the creative team, the person that's making the book, is having fun making the book, then it's going to come through on the page. And this looks like you were having fun making this, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So guys, go ahead and hit that link that's in the description of this video so you can grab yourself a copy of HELWÄR. So, and again, it's album size. So this is going to be a big chunkin' book, 106 pages of fucking Viking biker metal action.
Yeah,
right?
Dude. And then there'll be some behind the scenes stuff too. Probably going to be an art gallery in there, hopefully. Like,
hell yeah, dude.
And also, you know, character conceptual art, and probably a page breakdown, stuff like that, you know. So I definitely want to have extra stuff in the back for people to look at, you know. Definitely going to have an art gallery there, you know. So I've had some artists. I've been blessed enough for people to do pieces for me.
Heck yeah, man.
So
it's a fucking badass concept, man, and it's a really cool. Again, this is indie comics, and you're taking full advantage of the fact that this is indie comics. You're making it a unique size, and you're doing your thing your way. You know, that is the DIY indie comics way.
Like was it Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, did it my way. Fuck yeah, bro.
Did it my way.
You know, who was it? It wasn't Johnny. It was Sid Vicious did a cover of that song. I did it my way. Fuck yeah. But yeah, dude, book looks great. I'm looking forward to it, and this has been an absolute blast. We've been going for about an hour and a half, man. Is there anything else that you would like to say about this book before we kick out of here? Rushbrook says album size is pretty unique. Fuck yeah.
Well, thanks, brother. I would say, yeah, if you guys could please just go and if you're down, go check out the first 13 pages. You know, at least hopefully you guys will have hopefully it'll be somewhat entertaining if you don't want to back it. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. And if you want, I have the song up too. If you're into metal, you might get it. You might be down to bang your head through the windshield going down the street. That's up on the updates. So if you guys go there, I sent it out too, so all the backers know that it's there too. So yeah, if you guys want, go for it. So there's some free stuff up there. So I want you guys to have some freebies.
Vern says I'm going to go listen to Freya's Calling by HELWÄR now. Bookmark this later. Yeah. Later, Vern. Thank you for coming to hang out, man. Appreciate you being here. And I actually did a time lapse of this piece, of this HELWÄR piece. So I will I'll grab the MP3 and I'll put together a little video of me making this thing.
That'll be awesome.
And I'll post it up on my YouTube channel. Chat, you guys are amazing. Thank you for coming to hang out. Matt, dude, it is always a blast hanging out with you, dude.
Absolutely,
Skull,
man.
To your continued success, my friend.
You too,
man. Keep doing your thing, brother.
Absolutely.
And as I said, chat, you guys are fucking amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the show. And remember,
shop smart, shop S-Mart.